will start to see something in the UI part. Till now we have gone through the only the Swift programming, so let's move on that. Before that, I'm pre-assuming you have already gone through the tutorials which is placed inside the Swift programming section. So let's start. So to start, let's tap on the file. Then now this time not a playground. We should tap on the project section, and iOS should be selected, and this is the app. So remember that you may see the different screen if you are using the different Xcode version. Right now I am using Xcode 14.3.1. So this is my Xcode version. So if you have the different Xcode version, then you may see the different screen here, and maybe you can see the single app, something like that, in the older Xcode version, as I remember. So you can try with that if you didn't see the exactly same screen. But now we are going to create the app for the iOS. So I have selected this one app, and let me put the name of the app. So this is the ProjectOne. So I will be in the future video, I will be adding the more stops in the this project, and I will put this in the GitHub, and will provide you the link in the description box. So nothing new here, just put the project product name whatever you want, and the team, let's forget about this, organization identifier whatever is there, let's put as it is. And the thing is, in this screen we need to remember we should have the two option. You should have the two option, storyboard and the Swift UI. We are not going with the Swift UI right now. In the future, of course, we will come with that also. Now let's select the storyboard. So I have selected, and in the language section also there is the two options. We have Swift and Objective-C. So you need to select the Swift. We are not going to with Objective-C. So let's select. Now use code data, not required right now. So let's do not change anything. Include test, maybe not, we don't need, but let's don't change anything. So I'm going to create the project of name ProjectOne. Let me make it 1. Okay. Now it will ask you to where you want to save, so you can save that project wherever you want. So I'm going to save that project in the desktop. So I have saved this project in the desktop. Now see, you will see a lot of code already generated. So without going through the details, first of all let's try to run this project. So you will see the possible simulators which you can choose while running this project, default project. So you can choose any one of those, and I'm choosing iPhone 8. Done. Now I'm going to run this project. Okay, so let's check how much it takes a time. In some scenario it takes a longer time, so you should wait till then. Okay, seems it is running now. So nothing new here. So now the thing is, in your project also you should have see the app delegate. This is the entry point whenever we run the iOS application. So in this app delegate, there you may see the different codings if you are using the older Xcode version, as I have already said. Otherwise, the common thing is you must able to see the method did finish launching with options. So this is the this function must have in your project also. So let's try to put something, print message here, print launching launching is app. Okay, so just I put this method, and let's run again. So see, we can see this message. So the thing is, first of all, whenever the application runs, it goes through this method. Then after where it goes, we need to understand. So let's see one by one. Let's go with the info section, this one. This screen may be different for you if you are not using the same Xcode version. So let's traverse the informations inside it. So what are the information? Say storyboard name is main, and the launch screen is not included here. Okay, storyboard name is main. So inside this project there must be the storyboard. So see, I can find, I can see this main. So this is the storyboard. So in the storyboard you can see one screen with a name view controller, and there is a lot of things inside here. So the first of all, you can see that this arrow icon. So this is the starting point, starting screen. Whenever the application runs, then this screen will appear. Now let's navigate more stuff. So I tapped here, and on the right side menu you can hide also like this. See, in this section we will come later. Let's forget it right now. Let's forget it. Okay, let's forget it. Okay, in this section you can see is initial view controller. If I remove it, what is the change? See, this arrow goes away. If I remove this and try to run the application, then the application don't know which will be the initial view controller. Inside the one application there is only one initial view controller. There can't be more than one initial view controller. So at least or at most there will be the only one view controller which is configured as the initial view controller. See, I have configured it as an initial view controller. So that's why, see, the inside the view controller there is a lot of things we can traverse those, but the just below the view controller there is the view. This is the structure. Whenever you will have a new view controller, there must be the one view inside the view controller, just below the view controller. This is the view. When I select this, you will see the something changes here. When I select this, the informations related to view controller will be shown here. So for now I want to change the color of this view controller. So let me select this one, and you can try with the different options, so see, I can see the background, system background color, so I can change this. Let's change any color. Okay, now let me run it once again. Did you mark first time it comes a white screen, then this screen, colored screen. Let me run it again and see carefully what is happening. See, white screen. So this means some view is still running just before this view controller. What was that? So let's again see in this project we have the another same kind of the design, that is the launch screen. So this is the screen which runs first, and then the default view controller will be loaded from the main storyboard. This is the storyboard name, main, and this is the launch screen. So the at the very first launch screen runs, so that's why you can see the white screen. So launch screen, you can design launch screen different way. For now, let's put it as a white. So its parent class, okay, let's leave it as it, whatever, right now. Now the next thing is how it is working. So we knew about the, we have the launch screen, we have the main storyboard, and the app delegate. So the entry point will be from the did finish launching options. So later on, it loads the storyboard. Sorry, it goes with the launch screen, and then it loads the view controller, default view controller defined inside the storyboard. So what are the storyboards we have? You can see we have the main storyboard. So let's move on it. And in the main storyboard, we have the one view controller, this one, and this view controller is marked as the as initial view controller. That's why when we run this application, we can see this view after launching after launch screen. Now the thing is, this is the design part. This is the design part. We can change any stuff. Now the thing is, we need to map this view controller with some relevant code. So in this left navigation menu, you can see the view controller. Now let's see more detail. So I I have tapped on this, clicked on view controller, and let's see here. Nothing need to know right now in this section. Again, nothing no need to know here. Now here, see in the fourth tab, this view controller is mapping with view controller, and that is defined inside the project1 module. So we have the project1 module, and inside that the view controller must be, see, I can see here the one view controller here. So the code related to this view controller will be inside the this one view controller, because when I tap on it, it goes there. See, it goes there. Again, let's try again. I have opened up my storyboard. Now I, I have selected the view controller, and I can see this one inside this. Same thing, let's check with the launch screen. See, I tapped here. Let me select the view controller. Now see, UI view controller, and this is not module name is none. This means this is also mapped with the view controller, but that is already defined inside the UI kit framework of this iOS. So this is already built-in UI view controller. The prefix with the UI, you will see many more in the upcoming tutorials. So this signifies that there is the already defined component. So there may be the UI view controller, UI level, UI text, and all those are already defined inside the UI kit. So in this case, if I click here, I can go inside, see what it says. Simulator iOS 16.16.0 framework UI kit. Inside the UI framework, there is the UI view controller. This code is already there, and we cannot modify this stuff. So in case of the launch screen, let me recap again. Launch screen is using the inbuilt UI view controller, mapping this screen with the inbuilt UI view controller, whereas Our own view controller is mapping with the view controller which is defined inside the project one. So nothing new. Now it seems pretty much clear. So let me move on the view controller. See, there is nothing, just one overridden method, view did load. This is the overridden method. Means uh, there is already defined this method and in the parent class, and we are going to override that. So see in the line number 10, view controller is extending UI view controller. So maybe view did load method must have already defined inside the UI view controller, and that's why we are overriding that method. Override with the help of the override keyword. So let me put some message here and let's check we can see that in the console log or not. So print you are inside view controller. Okay, let me run this. Let me stop this app and run it again. So see, we can see launching iOS app, then you are inside the view controller. So first of all, entry point is this one, launching iOS app. Then it loads, it goes to the launch screen. Then after uh, it loads the initial view controller, that is the this one, view controller, and inside that view controller it passes with the view did load method. So what we understand is whenever the view controller loads, then the control execution goes mandatorily through the view did load after loading the design part from the storyboard. There is many more methods inside the UI view controller, um, and I will came with those later on in the upcoming videos. So for now let's stay up to this. Now let me try to rename the view controller with the, let's say the home BC or the first screen name. Then what happens, let's try that. So let's let's check once again. This storyboard initial view controller is view controller, view controller, view controller. Now I'm going to change the name of this. So this one, let me change it. Let me copy it for future reference. Command C. Now let me change this. Home BC view controller, so short name for the view controller. So see, you can see it is going to change something inside the main storyboard and the file name and everything. Let me rename it. Now let me check in the main BC. See, I can see the home BC, it is changed. If it is not changed, sometimes it happens. If it is not changed, then you should change it. How? Tap here and go to fourth tab of right side menu, and put it here. So home BC is changed now. Now let's see here, home BC. Now I'm going to change the commented section also, so it will be aligned. Okay, so now let's try to run it again. Okay, we are inside the home BC. So for this video, that's it, and I will come with the extended version of more code with the same project repo in the upcoming video. Thank you.